So a lot of people are scared to send DMs because they don't want to burn their brand. And so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it to number one, collect the most amount of cash, and number two, not burn your brand while doing so. If you don't know me, my name is Alex. I run Drippy.ai. It is the number one Twitter outreach tool out in the market right now. We've collected over $1.1 million in sales, mainly through Twitter outreach. And we have the data from all of our users that are sending multiple millions of DMs every single month. And so if you want to do this the right way, there's really two ways to go about it. It's either you're sending messages from your main account, or you're sending messages from a ton of other accounts, meaning AI accounts that are all verified. And this is how you can really scale this. Or you could just do both, which is what we do at Drippy and what I recommend everyone do as well. And so if you're running through a main account, there are two different ways to go about it as well. And again, you can combine these two for maximum success. And so if you're sending through a main account, if you want to just do cold outbound, send conversational DMs, okay? If you are scared that you aren't going to, or that you are going to burn your brand because maybe you've never ran DMs in the past, or you don't know how to do it, or you have a very loyal fan base, or whatever it is, whatever it is that you're scared to send out, just like value-based DMs, which is what we're going to get into in the scale section, just do conversational DMs. Now, what do these look like? It can literally be as simple as, yo, what's up, first name? That is it. That is it. There's no follow-ups. There's nothing. And you'd be surprised how good these reply rates are. I've seen these be anywhere between 5 to 10% to cold traffic, which is absolutely insane. Like the average for cold traffic is 1 to 3%. But if you're sending this, it's between 5 and 10%. So if you're sending this, the only problem here is that you will have a lot more work when it comes to actually booking the appointment, because what happens here is you just start off sending messages to people and it's just a conversation starter, right? So you don't know, or they don't know that you're trying to pitch them. Maybe they think you're going to pitch them, but they don't know for a fact, and they don't know like what it is that you sell. Maybe they didn't even look at your profile like as a whole. Maybe they just looked at your picture and were like, okay, this guy's cool. Let me just reply to him real quick. And so the issue with this is that it takes a while to go from a conversation to it takes a while to go from a normal conversation to an actual sales conversation. And so that's the only issue here. But what's really nice about this, once again, is that you can decide whether or not, or you can see whether or not you can actually help the person and then pitch them only if you think you can help them. Okay. So it's something very, very simple. So the easiest way to go about this is you go after your competition's followers. So everyone that follows one of your competitors, just scrape them through Drippy. Super easy to do. You set up a campaign and then you just do, yo, what's up, first name. That is literally it. And then once they reply, what you want to do is you want to click on their profile, see if you can actually help them, if they fit your ICP, if you set up your like lead settings correctly, your lead scraping settings correctly, then most of these should fall within your ICP. But if they're not, then just click on their profile and then see if they have like a company website, or just think through whether or not you can help them. If you can help them, then that's when you kind of start asking qualifying questions after they've replied positively to this. The key here is that once they reply positively, you or they will get notifications every time you message them. And so essentially this is a little bit of a trap, because now they're going to get notifications. Now, if they have Twitter on their phone, then they're going to get notifications on their phone, and it's just like it's just beautiful. Okay, so this is honestly the best way to go about it if you want to send messages from your main account, and you're worried about maybe the brand reputation side of things that a lot of people worry about, or if you have a bunch of followers and you don't want to kind of diminish your brand type of thing. Okay, so this is the main thing. Okay, this is really what you want to be doing. Now, on top of that, what you want to be doing is you want to be sending new follower auto DMs. Now, there will be links down below the description to how to set this up within Drippy. Super easy to do. New follower auto DM will literally take you like 3 minutes to set up. It's the most simple thing in the world. And this can be another just very, very simple conversation starter. And then on top of that, you can just ask a qualifying question. So let's say 5 minutes after someone new follows you, and what's really nice about Drippy here is that you can also add filters. So you can, for example, send messages to people that recently followed you that are in the United States, right? And so that's a really good one if you know that you can only reach out, or that you only work with people within a certain country. You can do that with Drippy. Super easy to do. Again, link down below the description. So they follow you, 5 minutes go by, and then you send them like, yo, what's up, first name? Thanks for the follow. And then you can just send them a qualifying question like, hey, like, I don't know, like just something along, like if you do outreach, like, hey, are you guys doing any outreach for company name? And then obviously you can just do the variable for company name and Drippy will fill that in. And so this is really, really easy to do. Again, they followed you, and so they to be getting notifications from you. So this is super, super, super powerful, and not enough people are taking care of this, okay? And so this is the combo that you really want to be running, that I recommend everyone run at the very least if you have some sort of brand on Twitter, okay? You're going to be running this from your main account. You're going to be sending out conversational DMs to your competitors' followers. Something super simple. Yo, what's up, first name? Just get conversations going. If you actually can help them, then you're going to ask qualifying questions, and then you're going to try to get them on the call. Plus, you are going to set up a new follower auto DM so that whenever anyone new that fits your criteria for a lead actually follows you, they get an automated DM, and so that no one that follows you will go, will kind of just, no one will slip through the cracks. And so this combination is super, super powerful. Highly recommend everyone run this at the very, very least. Now, if you want to scale and you actually want to see like stupid, crazy results, you do this, and then on top of that, you whip up a couple accounts, and then you send out personalized volume at scale. Now, what does this look like? Or before that, like, why do we want to do that? And why is this not going to burn your brand? Well, people complain when they get shitty messages, meaning people complain whenever they get a message that seems automated, okay? So whenever they get a message that is obviously being sent to a shit ton of people, that's when people get pissed off, okay? That's what's gonna burn your brand. Bad messages will burn your brand. But if you send out conversations, like no one's ever going to get upset at this, at a yo, what's up first name. No one's ever gonna get upset at that. Why? Because you're being a real freaking human being. It's like, this is what you text your buddies. It's like, yo, what's up, man? It's like, dude, like that's literally what people send. And so again, we're just doing that. And then how you do it here, right? Because we're sending from bot accounts that look real, obviously, that are verified, that have a bunch of followers, that have a bunch of content. The way to do this here so that or actually the reason why you can't do this with a ton of accounts, or like you can, the problem then becomes that you're going to get a ton of replies, like way too many. And it's just going to be too much of it's going to be stupidly tedious to actually carry all those conversations and get them to book calls. And so what's way easier to do is just do personalized value at scale. Why? Because if they say yes to your personalized value, then they like for sure are a lead. Then you just need to know whether or not they're qualified or not. You can do that very quickly by just looking at their profile, looking at their website. And the goal here is to provide so much value that people can never complain. Like if you are giving away something very valuable for free, no one is ever going to screenshot that, post it on Twitter and be like, yo, look at this fucking guy. He's like sending Twitter DMs, right? No one's ever going to do that if you are sending so much value that it's literally like, it just seems virtually impossible for it to be automated. Like if you can do that, no one's ever going to complain. And if you do this, no one's ever going to complain. That's why this is so powerful, okay? But it does need to be value, it does need to be good, and it does need to be personalized. And so here's an example of what that looks like. This was the message that has gotten us, like this is the best performing message probably on Drippy by a pretty significant margin. This is the main message that we're running with Drippy, and that's gotten us like a ton of signups, like thousands of signups. So it's literally this. So it's hey, hello, hi, first name, and obviously Drippy fills in the variables here. A particular list of 1,000. So we're giving away free value. So who's ever going to complain about getting a list of 1,000 people that fit their ICP, and you're name dropping their ICP in the message? So you're saying, hey, I put together a list of 1,000 doctors, lawyers, and accountants, given that that's their ICP, who might be interested in, and then again, you're using AI to figure out like what service the lead that you're reaching out to provides. And again, this is all done through Drippy, links down below in the description. Then you're saying, cool, if I send it over, totally free, right? Again, we're using Spintax here. And so we're sending so much free personalized value that it is literally like impossible for anyone to think that this is going to burn your brand, okay? And so this is the way to get around it. Number one, you are going to send out very conversational DMs. Now, again, the downside of this is that you will have to do it's going to be a harder job of setting the appointments. Not a harder job, it's just going to be a longer job, really, because you're going to go from a regular conversation to a sales conversation. And then you want to pair that with a new follower auto DM. And then you want to pair that with whipping up a couple extra Twitter accounts to send it personalized value at scale. You want to come up with a lead magnet and then figure out how to personalize that at scale. And then that is how you scale Twitter outreach. Okay. And this is how you do it without quote unquote burning your personal brand. Now, if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. I appreciate you for watching. If you want a 7-day free trial to Drippy.ai, first link down below in the description. Tutorials will also be down below in the description. I appreciate you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.